Britain's conclusion that two hitmen from Russia's GRU intelligence agency tried to kill a former spy with Novichok has been backed by the US, France, Germany, and Canada. London's Met Police yesterday detailed how two men travelling under the names Alexander Petrov and Ruslan Basharov came to the UK, went to Sergei Skripal's house in Salisbury, and quickly flew back to Russia. Theresa May then outed the Paris GRU agents sent to kill the former double agent in an appalling attack. Today, she was backed by Emmanuel Macron, Angela Merkel, Justin Trudeau and Donald Trump, who said the attempted assassination was almost certainly approved at a senior level of the Moscow government. Mrs. May has spoken to all four of her fellow leaders in recent days to update them about the investigation. The joint statement came as the war of words with Vladimir Putin's government escalated following the explosive claim of GRU involvement. Security Minister Ben Wallace said Mr. Putin bore ultimate responsibility for the action of his intelligence agents. He said Mr. Putin had a strong grip over his state, which controls, funds and directs the GRU. Share this article. Share. Mr. Wallace told the BBC, the GRU is, without doubt, not rogue, it is led, linked to both the senior members of the Russian General Staff and the Defense Minister, and, through that, into the Kremlin and the President's office. He said the UK would use whatever means we have within the law and our capabilities to push back the Russian malign activity. But Mr. Wallace added, we are not the Russians, we don't adopt the sort of thuggish, destructive and aggressive behavior that we have seen. We choose to challenge the Russians in both the overt and the covert space, within the rule of law, and in a sophisticated way. The joint statement by leaders of the Quint nations came as the UN Security Council, of which Russia is a permanent member, considered the Salisbury revelations. Mrs. May's official spokesman said that the Prime Minister was pleased to receive such a rapid and united response from allies. We got a swift response in March and we have done so again, and we are thankful for that support, he said. The statement of the US, France, Germany, and Canada in full. The four leaders' joint statement says, we, the leaders of France, Germany, the United States, Canada and the United Kingdom, reiterate our outrage at the use of a chemical nerve agent, known as Novichok, in Salisbury on March 4th. We welcome the progress made in the investigation into the poisoning of Sergei and Yulia Skripal, and take note of the attempted murder charges brought yesterday against two suspects. We commend the work of the UK police and all those involved in this investigation. We also note the UK's analysis, independently verified by the OPCW, that the exact same chemical nerve agent was used in the poisoning of Don Sturgis and Charles Rowley as was used in the poisoning of the Skripals. We urge Russia to provide full disclosure of its Novichok program to the OPCW. And we encourage those with information about the attack in Salisbury on March 4th, as well as the further poisoning in Amesbury, to come forward to the UK authorities. The statement continued, we have full confidence in the British assessment that the two suspects were officers from the Russian Military Intelligence Service, also known as the GRU, and that this operation was almost certainly approved at a senior government level. We have already taken action together to disrupt the activities of the GRU through the largest ever collective expulsion of undeclared intelligence officers. Yesterday's announcement further strengthens our intent to continue to disrupt together the hostile activities of foreign intelligence networks on our territories, uphold the prohibition of chemical weapons, protect our citizens, and defend ourselves from all forms of malign state activity directed against us and our societies.